Brian Carter to take on the Bluffton Beavers, and just about set here for kickoff. I'm Elijah. Alongside me is Brendan. Brendan, let's talk about this Otterbein team. A lot of experience, really coming in and hoping that they can have a lot of success here against this Bluffton team.
Yeah, you talk about 11 seniors on the Otterbein roster going to a team in Bluffton who still looking for their first win of the season, and you'd think that the experience will be able to get through this one.
All right, well, let's get through the starting lineups. From Memorial Stadium, in net will be number 0, Kayla Penrod for the Beavers first. Goalkeeper out of Marysville, the freshman. Number 1, Corey. Number 4, Katie Sprawling, the defenseman out of Perrysburg, Ohio. Then it'll be number 5, Taylor Good, the sophomore. Number 7, Lauren Foster-Wheeler, the freshman. Number Brittany Huff, the junior. Number 10, Skylar Liming, the sophomore. Number 13, Erica Keller. Number 6, Abby Karakis, the senior. And then number 20, Beth Snyder. And number 27, Caitlin Della. The Otterbein Cardinals have the ball on the far side of the field. A through ball there to Birchfield. She has it going up side. Step off sides, and the Cardinals will have to give it back to Bluffton. Now for the Otterbein Cardinals, in net will be number 1, Andrea Pullman, the senior goalkeeper out of California. Number 2, Holly Bernhold, the freshman out of Tippecanoe, will be on the back line, along with Natalie Ashbrook, the senior defenseman out of Dublin Kaufman. Number 5, Katie Beck, freshman defenseman out of Olentangy Liberty. Number 8, Abby Milko, the senior midfielder out of Westerville North. Number 11, Erica Meyer, the senior midfielder out of Kentucky and Notre Dame Academy. Number 16, Madison Birchfield, the senior out of Troy, Ohio. Number 18, Haley Hotchkiss. Number 23, Alvy Shively, the senior St. Francis de Sales. And number 27, Alyssa Spencer, the junior out of Buckeye High School. And along with Brendan Shave, I'm Elijah Gonzalez here for all action tonight between the Otterbein Cardinals and the Bluffton Beavers. The Beavers coming in at 0-3 on the season. The Otterbein Cardinals, they come in at 1-1 on the year. Bluffton still in search of their first win on the season, and the first win under head coach Rhonda Gottschalk in her first year as coach of the Bluffton Beavers. Ball out for a throw-in for the Cardinals. Goes to Milko. She'll bring it up the near side. Milko trying to get around the defender, but a good play there. Rickus. Set upfield by Bluffton, but taken right back by the Cardinals. Bernhold was trying to find Birchfield there, but it gets to the foot of Hotchkiss. There for it, and Hotchkiss trying to get Shively on the far side. It goes out of bounds, and it's a throw in Bluffton. So the Beavers take charge, and the Otterbein men's soccer team, much like the women's side was last Wednesday, played before this match tonight. And the men's team tied at 1 after double time here at Memorial Stadium. But we saw this men's team as Eric on side, and the ball goes right by her foot. But Meyer there to battle and trying to get it inside the 18-yard box. Taking it away is Bluffton, but Otterbein gets it right back, and Abby Milton trying to find Meyer. Meyer sends it in to Spencer's there. The shot is over the bar. Good look there for the Cardinals, though, and Brendan Irwin's match, Otterbein getting their chances.
Yeah, they got a good first chance there to start the game. They've really secured possession a little bit early, which is a nice tone you want to set, especially against a Bluffton team where you talk about maybe not as the Otterbein Cardinals.
Bluffton sending this on the field. And the Cardinals are back to get it. Pullman will send it out of bounds over on the near side. And it'll be a throw in again for Bluffton. We talk about this Cardinal team and all the experience that they have, but they've had some young players step up as well. But much 11 on this Cardinal team, headed down by Best. And Hotchkiss there. Cardinals back down the field, but Bluffton returns the favor. Shively with it on the far side. Trying to find Birchfield. And I believe she was offside. She will not retrieve that. And Bluffton will take it. We saw the Otterbein men's soccer team last Wednesday, and that was a very dominant performance from the men's side. But early in this match, Brendan, we're not seeing as much ball control as we saw on the men's side, but Otterbein definitely getting in good scoring position in this match already.
Yeah, you've kind of seen for Otterbein make their runs down the wing, very similar to kind of what we saw with the men's team, but just getting caught off sides a couple of times. Maybe the ball is just not as crisp.
And there's a good ball there down the wing, and now here she comes in 16-yard box. Her and the keeper. The shot by Meyer is saved. And this one's going to be sent out of the box, but not out of trouble. Cardinals still with it. And that one's going to be sent downfield by Bluffton. Great opportunity by the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was a very good ball, just as we were talking about it. And they had the chance on goal, but in the end it was right at the keeper, so easy save.
Good look, though, for Erica Meyer. And last Wednesday, Ohio Wesleyan, of the 3 goals, she had how vital she is this offensive attack for the Cardinals. 39-44. Moving here in the first half. On Otterbein TV, we thank you for joining us on our broadcast of Otterbein Soccer. This one, another through ball. She's got a lot of space out. Meyer just at the 18, gonna bring it in. Sends it towards the middle to Birchfield, but now Meyer gonna take a shot, and it just goes over the bar. A good look for Erica Meyer. She had 2 of them, and she wanted to send the ball to Birchfield. Looked like she might have sent it just a touch late.
Yeah, and since we were talking about it, how much pressure and how much control Otterbein had in the game, they've actually gained more control, and they've worked the defensive back line of Bluffton.
Well, their pressure has come much more. The men's side had much more pressure high up, but this Otterbein women's soccer team kind of sitting back a little bit, but still being able to control the ball. And on that back, Ashbrook with it. Bernhold. Cardinals lose possession, and now Bluffton with it. Here's their first real opportunity, but that stop there, and it'll roll out of bounds for the Cardinals. But Natalie, a vital part of that back line. And the Cardinals had a couple missions this year to the back line after having Allie Stone and Alex Ancona to graduate for Otterbein. And that was last year kind of the story for the Cardinals, was the experience on that back line with 2 fifth-year seniors. But this year, a much different story, but still a lot of on that back line, including Best to transfer, and the freshman Holly Bernhold as well there to help out. Ball played to Eric. She'll try and send it to Birchfield. Now Milko trying to ball over the top. Birchfield there, try and play it. A lot of pressure, and Caracas just has to send it out of bounds. 37 minutes, the Cardinals going quickly, and this is something we've seen out of Brandon Kuhn's teams, is very Owens. Ball goes out of bounds again. Cardinals, they love to hustle to that. And here comes the throw in again for Otterbein. That one going to roll out a corner kick. So the Cardinals get a corner here. And Shively will go to Meyer. And Meyer will bring it in towards the 18, sends it in towards the middle of the box. Header by Birchfield in the back of the net. A beautiful ball in by Erica Meyer. And it finds the head of Madison Birchfield. She puts it away. 1-0 Cardinals.
Otterbein goal scored by 17. Madison
a terrific
Birchfield.
Finish by Madison Birchfield. Brendan, that's what you want to see if you're the Otterbein Cardinals.
Yeah, instead of playing the off, they played a short little ball. And then it was just chipped right over the defensive line and right into the head of Madison Birchfield. It was an excellent goal.
And the Cardinals on that corner, we're going to have numbers. And we're able to send that one after Shively gave it to Meyer. So Meyer will get the assist. Birchfield with and Birchfield chalk up another on the season for the Cardinals. That one played over on the far side and forward towards the area of Birchfield. Madison Birchfield, who leads in goals, is tied the team with 3 and has 2 assists season for Otterbein. This one played. They'll look to work it side into the middle of the field to Birchfield. Now Milko. And Natalie Ashburg with a finds Birchfield. Flicks it where Shively coming out of the goal to play that was Penrod. And Birchfield takes it right back. Here she comes. Up the far side. Trying to find Shively. That one's sent out of bounds by Brittany Huff. The throw-in comes quickly to Shively. And that one's lost, but another corner for the Cardinals, and very dangerous. We've already seen 1 goal off the corner. And this Otterbein not going to go. Quick play on. And this one will be sent into the box by Shively, headed by Birchfield again, and right into the hands of Penrod. Madison Birchfield inside the box. There.
Yeah, Otterbein have ramped up the pressure and only gotten better as the game goes on. Obviously, just got a goal to make it 1-0. And you're seeing some exceptional play from Otterbein's offense, just working the ball right now.
Andrea Pullman with it, sending it down the field. And that one chested down and taken that time. And sent off the body of Erica Meyer. Penrod, the goalkeeper, in the midfield today. So that's Courtney Davis that's in net for the Bluffton Beavers. This one a shot on target, and Pullman right there to make the easy play. That was Lauren Foster Wheeler. Took the shot out of the box. Pullman will send this down the field. And to make the play are the Cardinals, and they'll try and keep possession here with it. Side Bernhold. He'll go to Meyer. Meyer deflected out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for the Cardinals. Out of bounds off Penrod again. Another throw in quickly to come for Otterbein. Trying to find Birchfield. That one taken right away. And that goes out of bounds. The Cardinals will have it again for long throw to Birchfield. Doesn't get there. Headed down by Meyer at the foot of Birchfield. Sent away by Bluffton. Meyer brings it down, gives it to Birchfield. Birchfield trying to find her out of bounds for the Cardinals. Milko, out of bounds off of Milko. Both teams kind of battling on this near side. Now the ball finally gets to the middle of the field, but Melissa Spencer sends it right back to the side. Katie Best. Best over to Cassidy Nickel. Near side, Shively. Birchfield. Nickel, but she's offside. And the Cardinals will have to retreat. But again, Brendan, the Cardinals have in spurts done a good job of having great ball control. And definitely spurts where they've had that sort of control with possession.
Yeah, Otterbein have kind of reacted just how you would want them after scoring a goal. They've kept the pressure up, but they've also kept possession. They haven't gotten too reckless being up a goal, and they're keeping it close game right now, and it's been paying off for them.
Shively sending a ball through to. She's got in front of Davis, but Davis comes out to get it. A good job by Courtney Davis to read that one. But Erica Meyer again getting behind that back line, and that just seems like a continuous saying, Brendan, here in this match.
Yeah, Otterbein, like I said, have just been ramping up the pressure and they're not showing any signs of stopping anytime soon.
Nobody warming up for the Cardinals just yet. Of course, still have a lot of talented players that are on their bench for this match. This one by Alyssa Spencer sent forward. Now Birchfield trying to find Milko, went a little behind. And the Beavers will try and corral it out of bounds. Full kick for Bluffton. And the Beavers set to send this one field as we approach the 30-minute mark in our match between the Otterbein Cardinals and the Bluffton Beavers. Nickel with it, sends it over far side Shively, but good play there by Huff of the Beavers. And Shively will corral it back, though, for the Cardinals. Trying to find Hotchkiss. She looked like she was offside. And it'll roll into the hands of Courtney Davis nonetheless. The only goal comes off an assist from Erica Meyer to the foot of Madison. For Meyer, that's her first assist on the year. Hotchkiss chasing, out of that's a throw in for Bluffton. And Beavers, they've done a good job of doing control after they give up that goal. Have been pretty solid, but it's still giving the Cardinals chances.
Yeah, and this game, for me so far, very reminiscent to the game we casted a week ago.
Yeah.
In the men's game versus Bluffton, where Otterbein just looked to be the better team in every aspect.
Right now, the total's only 5-1. I think about in this point in the game, it was about 13-1 for the men's side a week ago against Bluffton. A dominant performance, even though it was only a 2-0 victory, which is still crazy to think about. Ball inside the 18. It's Birchfield in towards the. It was Shively there. Now here's Meyer from the top of the box. That one sent away. Heads it forward. Shively gives it off. Shot is just side. A good look there that came from Echo, and that's right in her reach. And she was almost able to tuck that one on the near side, lower post. But a good attempt there by the Cardinals and a long shot from Abby Milko. Ball sent forward by Bluffton. And Spencer will upfield. Ball played through to Birchfield, but too far ahead of her. And a roll in the hands of Davis. Erica Meyer there with the pressure. Out come the Beavers. Ball at the foot of Spencer, upfield, and sent back away by the Beavers. But Spencer comes away with it. Here's Shively. She brings it down by Shively. Long shot with the left foot, saved. Ball's loose in front of the keeper, Davis. Was able to fall on it. How about the move to create that play by Alvy Shively?
Yeah, it was a great first touch, and as soon as she got the touch, it was an immediate turn to just go right around the defender.
Down by Bluffton and played through to Meyer. Got some room. She'll have it right outside the 18. Move and makes a nice move around one defender. Sends it in towards the middle. Headed away by Bluffton. Not out of danger just yet. Now finally clear. And Nickel overran that ball, but she'll come back to get it. And will tap it back to her partner, Katie Best. Shively looking to play it through, but it's taken away by Bluffton. Field to Nickel. Nickel on the near side. Got some space inside the 18. Send it in towards the box. It was blocked. Now sends it in to Meyer. Long. Meyer brings it down. Tries to go around the defenders. Lost it. And Bluffton will clear it away. But right to the foot of Bernhold. Bernhold sends it back into. She might have Hotchkiss on side. They say she is. For a goal kick for Bluffton. Brendan, great footwork by the Cardinals. Erica Meyer showcases another great play right there.
Yeah, that was a really sweet move, and then getting the ball and crossing it in, and you can see Bluffton just frantically trying to clear their own lines. They can't get out of there. They can't get past the 50.
Yeah. This one's sent by the Beavers, but the Cardinals, they come down. They'll go back to Ashbrook. We'll play it near side. Bernhold brings it up. Fine. Myers' ball is it. And out of bounds, it'll be a throw in for Bluffton. But the Cardinals have really normally had a lot of experience on that, as we talked about on that back line tonight for the Cardinals. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. Katie Best along with Nickel. Eric with the ball brings it up and she's fouled. And the Cardinals will get their first kick here. We talked about how important set pieces are, Brendan, and I've already seen the Cardinals corner able to put one in the back. They're a good opportunity.
They look like they can score in just about any set piece.
Bernhold runs over the ball. Shively in, headed by Birchfield, but over the hands. Keeper Davis, there's a little miscommunication there, but if Birchfield head on that ball, Brendan, I don't know if that ball's in the net.
Yeah, she's used her head 3 times, and she's won for far, but every opportunity she's looked very powerful with the header.
And really every opportunity besides that last one that if it's not right at the Courtney Davis, it's in the back of the net. She's pushed down and bringing it back up the field are the Beavers, but they just have to send it downfield to at least get some support in the back. For the Cardinals a year ago, Birchfield had 7 goals. And she's already got the season. They were led by Megan McCabe, the senior. Birchfield find Meyer, and Meyer towards the box. Corralled that by Courtney. And of course, Erica Meyer with a solid year as well with 4 goals and 4 assists. But for the Cardinals, 2 of their top 3 scorers are back from a year ago, including Meyer and Birchfield. Here's Meyer up the near side. Ball going to the corner. She's pushed down in the corner. And Erica Meyer will give the Otterbein Cardinals a free. Alvy Shively is looking like she's going to probably send it in. Shively doesn't really know how she wants to attack this with the corner flag in the way, but she sends it in towards the middle, and a header is for the Cardinals. It's Alyssa Spencer. Spencer puts it in the back of the net, and the Cardinals have a 2-0 lead, and again, a set piece.
Yeah, the set piece has been so critical, but so great for Otterbein tonight.
Goal scored by 27, Alyssa Spencer.
They've looked unstoppable on them at times,
Shively.
and we've just seen another goal go in for them off one.
A goal by Alyssa Spencer for the Otterbein Cardinals, able to put it in the back of the net. And the Cardinals, they now lead it 2-0. For Alyssa Spencer, that is her first goal of the season in the 5 games that she started for Otterbein. But for Spencer a year ago, only had 1 goal in the 17 games that she started, but has been a vital part of this Otterbein team since her freshman year. And Bluffton looking to get at least something going, but this is not good with a chance to counter. It's like they were going to have Birchfield, but she might have been on. This one headed by Hotchkiss is Polly Sellers, who's into the game, and that one just a bit far for her. And it will be an offside call on Otterbein. Again, that's the versatility the Cardinals have off their bench. You bring in Polly Sellers now into the game for Otterbein.
Yeah, and you'd love to have depth like Otterbein has where you're taking off a senior and bringing on a senior.
Yeah.
That's some great experience to come off your bench.
Alvy comes off for Otterbein. This one played forward to Birchfield. She's pushed down but maintains control. Spencer, through ball is deflected by and Nickel will play it over on the far side. Right back towards the middle to Spencer. Nickel plays this forward. She has Birchfield. She stayed on side. And Birchfield sends it to Milko. Milko, long shot with the right foot. But again, Abby Milko's range down there and just mishit it a little bit. Approach the 21-minute mark here in our match. 2-0, the Cardinals lead it. On Otterbein TV, Elijah Gonzalez alongside me is Brendan Shave. And the Cardinals again have put another one home off an assist from Alvy Shively to the head of Alyssa Spencer. The first one was another hit that came by way of Madison Birchfield. One headed away by the Cardinals, and it'll be another throw-in for Penrod and the Bluffton Beavers. Erica Meyer also coming off for the Cardinals. Played forward for Birchfield. Birchfield sending it ahead for the Cardinals. Hotchkiss. That one will move over to the near side. This one away. Still battled for on the Otterbein half of the field. Good foot in there by the Cardinals to force the Beavers to retreat, but here come the Beavers now. And Beavers with numbers take a long shot, that one into the net. And it'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals, but already in this match, 10 shots now to 2.
Yeah, and talking about the shots more specifically, we've had, I believe, 3 or 4 shots offset pieces, and of course, both the goals are also offset pieces. So, just when Otterbein gets time to kind of draw up a play and have a strategy, they've been sensational at it.
Throw in set to come for the Beavers. This one headed away by Polly Seller. They play it forward to Sellers, finding Birchfield. Still loose on the near side, taken away. Here we go. Out of bounds. A throw in for the Cardinals. Hayden has checked in for the Otterbein Cardinals for Erica Meyer. Ball in the middle of the box, and it was Hotchkiss that was there. Milko near side. She sends it in towards the box, and that one will go well of everybody and be a goal kick for the Beavers with under 20 minutes to play here in this first half. And Otterbein in front 2-0. Dominant to start this game for the Cardinals, and really we expect nothing less.
Yeah, and they've showed no signs of slowing down, which is what you want to see. They looked primed to maybe add on a couple extra goals in this game, but said and done.
Courtney Davis comes out to play this, and she'll send this one to the field. And it'll go to Bluffton on a possession. But the Cardinals dominating about every category possible here in this match. And that's been the reason for the success so far. This one played forward, but Pullman comes out to get it. Cardinals with 2 corners, one of which came with a goal. And Otterbein looking to counter quickly. Up the far side, it's Hot bringing it up. Makes a move, sends it in towards the middle, has white jerseys there. Purple jerseys send it away. Cardinals still battling. Long shot, and it is going to go out of bounds. But I believe they're going to give the Cardinals the ball back, playing advantage. That was, well, they say it's a corner. So it deflected off of a purple jersey. It didn't look like from up here that it did, but the Cardinals do get the corner, and now substitutions coming all over the line. Out comes Birchfield, and out comes Milko. Megan Gordon, Emma Hausler into the match. And also coming in is Gigi Howard, the freshman out of St. Francis Sales. Played a box into a dangerous area, and it just kind of floated over top the keeper. And it's able to come out, but Otterbein trying to play it. It's Bernhold. Gordon in the middle of the field. Gordon sending it forward, and she has Hotchkiss, but it's a bit too far, and Hotchkiss was offsides anyway. 16 minutes about to approach here in the first half.
And despite all the offsides calls that have been against Otterbein, if you're the coach right now, you see the pressure that they're applying. They've been very aggressive the whole match, and well, it's been working for them. Just way outnumbering Bluffton, and obviously will lead.
The Cardinals have already used 5 players off their bench, and I know we talked about this in the pregame. A lot of Cardinals this Otterbein roster, and the thing is, Brendan Coons likes to have a deep, so he'll use as much of it as possible.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it here, I think there's 29 players on the roster.
Yeah.
That is a very large roster for soccer teams. You don't really see that many players on one team, so very deep team this year, obviously, with 11 seniors like we've spoke about numerous times before.
Throwing one of those seniors, Megan Gordon, has it now for the Cardinals, trying to work field, finds Hausler to the middle of the field. Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss, shot, right foot is wide. Good opportunity for Otterbein again. We talk about these substitutions, and a lot of teams, you might see some substitutes, maybe not as much talent or have a little bit more of an energy, but and play hard, but not get this lineup that's come in for Otterbein, and it's just as talented as that first team that he's thrown out there.
The depth, we've spoken about, so incredible to have depth like Otterbein has this year with 11 seniors and a lot of upperclassmen, and then as well they've got good production from their freshmen. You talk about starting on the defensive line, that's very unheard of in college soccer.
Yeah. And Haley Hotchkiss, the sophomore, sends it down the ball in play here side, but it'll roll out of bounds. A throw in for Otterbein. And Hausler will give it to Sellers to throw it in. Sellers looking for that one can be taken away by the Beavers, but deflected down, and Hotchkiss takes it. Here's Haley Hotchkiss near side. And it's going to be a throw in for the Cardinals. See what they do here. They throw it in deep and back out high, left foot into the box. No white jerseys around, but Spencer now. Spencer inside the 18. Shot is high over the bar. Great job by Alyssa Spencer. Didn't look like there was anything there. There were 3 purple jerseys around her, and somehow she maneuvered her way around one and got a look.
Yeah, she had a good first touch on that, and she just bodied the defender that was trying to guard her, shielded it, took it right past her with a great turn, and just had a shot, but in the end, like you said, just over the bar.
Clock continuing to tick now, under 13 to play in the first half. Cardinals in front 2-0. Sent down, and Bernhold will control. Finds Sellers. Ashbrook. Over to Sellers. Lost it. Picked back up. And Bernhold will tear it down towards Hausler. But a good pass. Polly Sellers now. Sellers finds Hotchkiss. Did she stay? She did. Ball near side now. Hotchkiss with it. And it's deflected out of bounds. Corner kick to come for Otterbein, the 4th contest for the Cardinals. Again, you talked about this for Otterbein, Brendan. The is clearly known in this match. Substitution in the game now, Megan Lozian. Gordon sends it in. Next people there. Polly Sellers. Ball still on the ground. A shot. Save. That came by way of the hands of Courtney Davis. And the Cardinals get another chance. And Polly Sellers flicked that one on. And that was going to be a great opportunity for Otterbein.
And we've talked multiple times about how the high pressure has really been so scary to defend Bluffton, but the set pieces have been really what killed them. Obviously giving up both goals from set pieces.
I believe that was Haley Hott. That touch from Polly Sellers. Ball in the middle of the field. Megan Gordon with one on. Going to try to send this one upfield. And the Cardinals looking to counter, but that foiled by this back line of Bluffton. Middle of the field. Near side. Bernhold sends it down the field. Great ball to Hausler. She's onside. Hausler unable to get there before the keeper Davis. That was dangerous by Courtney Davis. Because if Hausler's able to flick that one over top of her, that was going to be an easy goal for Emma Hausler.
Yeah, and I do appreciate the runs that Otterbein have made in this game. Courtney Davis has continued to stay aggressive back line as a keeper, and that's what you want to see when there's so many runs being made by an Otterbein.
Ball goes out of bounds. A throw in for the Cardinals. With 10:18 and counting on the clock. This one sent in by Otterbein, but goes back out. Sellers will throw it in. Near side. Really high. Inside. Away. And deflected off a white jersey. Going to be able to get there. Sends it back in with her left foot. Courtney Davis right there to corral it. Cardinals continue and add to their shot count. 13 games so far, with 9:36 and counting. If the Cardinals were able to keep the scoreline the way it is, Bluffton up a goal. Besides that game against Westminster, up a goal, and that game against Denison, they'll now have their 4th clean sheet of the season. Which, again, we talk about the importance of defense, and Brandon Coons has had a lot of experience on that in the last few seasons, but now with a lot of young talent on the back line, it still has not changed.
And you talk about 3 freshmen starting on the back and them still averaging, less than a goal a game given up, and that, with that unexperience in the back line, it comes to and it's very clear the Otterbein have it.
Bluffton. Ball in the back line. Penrod, and it goes out of bounds past her. Sellers will throw it in. Comes. The Cardinals will near side. There. Ball still at the foot of the white jerseys. Ball in towards the box and cleared away. Taken away, it's Ashbrook. To the middle of the field, Megan Gordon. Gordon sends it forward, offsides. Looked like she was going to have a run up the far side, but the Otterbein Cardinal just a touch offside. I believe that was Haley Hott side that was a bit too far back.
And Otterbein's roster have kind of lived and died by the offsides call tonight. They've had a few of those already in the game.
Penrod plays it near side. Getting her foot in is Bernhold. Here she comes on the middle of the field. Back to Bernhold, but taken away. Ashbrook sends it right back down. Cardinal roll. Hausler on the run. There she goes, up the near side. Hausler A few nice moves, tried to take it into the middle and was taken down. Inside the box, good clean tackle there from Bluffton. Sellers gets her foot in, but it goes out of bounds. Off of Otterbein. Ball goes out. Be a throw in here for the Cardinals. The clock approaching the 5-minute mark. We're at 6:44 and the clock moving. Throw-in comes near side for Bernhold. Headed away by Bluffton. Katie Best near side, back to Best. So it was sent upfield. Otterbein trying to keep the pressure on, but Brendan tempo has not picked up here in the later minutes of this first half. You got to think both teams starting to get a little tired, but if you're talking about the Cardinals, they still have a lot of fresh legs on their bench that they can go to.
Yeah, Otterbein, they have more players than starters, it seems like.
Yeah.
And you wonder how much this weighs on Bluffton, only having 3 subs, and Otterbein, they can switch position basically when they need to.
Sellers back to Bernhold. Bernhold up the field, trying to find Megan Gordon on the run. Ball is going to roll into the box, and picking it up is Courtney Davis. And Davis will punt this one back down the field. Roll out of bounds. A reminder that you can catch all football action right here on Otterbein TV. That's our next broadcast coming up. We'll have the Otterbein football game against the Ohio Northern Polar Bears, the home opener from Memorial Stadium. Memorial Stadium. You won't want to miss it right here on Otterbein TV. If you can't watch the game, you can listen to it on WOBN 97.5. Brendan will be there for all of the action. WOBN 97.5. Here from Stadium. Ball played forward in the middle of the field. Cardinals trying to work it up the field. Ashbrook there. This one played back to Spencer, but taken away. Ball sent up the field. Katie Best will let it roll. Foot of Andrea Pullman. Pullman will for the Cardinals. This one sent high into the air. Brought down by the Cardinals. Approaching the 3-minute mark here in the first half. 2-0 Cardinals off of 2 headers for Otterbein. And both came off of a set piece for the Cardinals. Near side for Otterbein. Out of bounds. It goes, another throw in for the Cardinals. And the chances for Otterbein here in this first half have kind of ceased for the moment. We have many great chances for Otterbein here to end this first half. Spencer pokes it away. Best with it. Best makes it on 1. Able to play it towards the middle of the field. Haley Hott. She finds House on side, and coming out is Courtney Davis to make the play. Headed down by Polly Sellers, but out of bounds off of Otterbein. Again, you talked about Courtney Davis and her ability to come and still be aggressive, and she saved a couple goals for this Bluffton back line.
Yeah, I mean, Bluffton have really been exposed in the back as far as these runs and over-the-top balls that we've seen. And Courtney Davis has not let up with being aggressive and go on with those forwards to try to get the ball. And she's won the majority of them there.
Davis sends this one down the field. Polly Sellers right there. It'll bounce off in, and the Cardinals will control. And you go out of bounds. Stay with the Beavers. Throw in to come for Bluffton. Headed by Sellers. Battle for the ball there. Comes away to the Cardinals. Ball forward to Hausler was deflected, but Gordon right there to get it. And she sends it over on the far side. Great ball by Megan Gordon. Haley Hott in towards the box. Hott, she's got some space in towards the middle. Hausler missed the left foot. Spencer there takes the shot at the left. That one just missed the left foot of Emma Hausler.
Very key touch on the ball from Courtney Davis. It was a diving play, and it just tipped it enough off the of Otterbein.
And that play all started with the ball forward by Megan Gordon.
Less than 1
Was able to send Hott on that run down the far side. Under a minute to play here in the first half. And Otterbein trying to make it here late. Gordon with it. Goes back to towards the middle of the field. Long shot in. It goes in the back of the net. A great shot by the Otterbein Cardinals with 33 seconds left to play. And it's in the back of the net for Otterbein. 3-0.
Man, I can't hit Davis there. It looks like she
might right through her hands.
Yeah.
It looked like from up here that ball deflected off of the hand of Davis.
Well, I've quietly been praising her this
Otterbein
game
goal,
for how
scored by
aggressive she's
15,
been and how
Megan
good she's
Losey.
been on these one-on-one situations, but have a ball hit your hands and go in the net, and that's, you just can't have that.
Megan Losey puts it in the back of the net. A great strike by Losey. How about the ability by the freshman out of Hilliard-Davidson? From outside the 18, able to put it home. Under 15 seconds to play. And that one's going to go out of bounds and be a throw-in for Bluffton. 10 seconds left as the clock continues to tick.
5, 4.
Sent in towards the box. Pullman there to play it. And
1.
that will end the half. So the Cardinals, they lead it 3-0. And Brendan, another dominant performance by an Otterbein soccer team right here on Otterbein TV. But this women's side, they did it in a different fashion. Yes, they put up the 3 goals, but the back line was dominant for Otterbein.
Yeah, Otterbein just, they weren't allowing shots. They weren't allowing anything easy. Rarely we saw the ball get past, the 40-yard line, let's say, of Otterbein. The defense was very in control, and anytime the ball was cleared from Bluffton's defensive side, it was immediately recovered by the Otterbein defense.
And now offensively for Otterbein, they get production out of Megan Losey along with Madison Birchfield and Alyssa Spencer. Each of them record a goal in this match. But how about the play off set pieces? We saw 2 headers off of set pieces. Megan Losey's goal, the only one that wasn't off a set piece, but how crucial was that in that first half?
Well, when you can get goals working from set pieces, it just brings you a lot of confidence because you know that when it gets down to it, you just are the better team when the tactics come in and the strategy comes in. In open play, you don't always get, the most neat play, but when you get those set pieces, if you can make them work, then you're going to have some good opportunities.
All right, well, Megan Losey putting the last goal in the back of the net with 33 seconds on the clock and allowing the Cardinals to lead at 3-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you right here on Otterbein TV. This is Otterbein Women's Soccer. I'm Elijah Gonzalez. Brendan Shave with me. We'll be back for the second half. Welcome back. Welcome back to Otterbein Women's Soccer right here on Otterbein TV. Alongside me is Dave and Brendan. Really, for this Otterbein Women's Soccer team, a very strong start and much in part to, again, that leadership we talked about.
A great half, and they didn't show any signs of slowing down. Very surprised to see Bluffton, come back anywhere close into this game.
Cardinals will come have the opening kickoff as we're set to begin the second half of action here from Memorial Stadium. So Birchfield will be out with Milk for the Otterbein Cardinals. Some of those first half statistics for you here from Memorial Stadium. 14 shots to 1 for the Otterbein Cardinals in that first half. Erica Meyer unable to get that ball from Birchfield off the opening kick. And a dominant performance, just one shot from Foster Wheeler. For the Cardinals, it was 2 from Polly Sellers. 2 that came by, 2 for Albie, 2 for Erica Meyer. 2 that came by way of Birchfield. 4 shots for Alyssa Spencer. 1 for Hotchkiss. And then 1 again for Alvy Shively. And Haley Hott also getting a shot. Megan Losey with 1 shot and 1 goal. Goes out of bounds to be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Continuing to run here. Near side out of bounds. Be a throw in for Bluffton. And the Beavers will again get another throw in. After that one was sent out of bounds by Nickel. Shively there. Back to Best. Now Shively off of the body of a Bluffton player. That was Best Snyder. This one is going to go out of bounds to the Cardinals. Ashbrook gets it to Teresa Dean. Also into the game for the Cardinals. In there as well. Excuse me, that's Haley Hotchkiss. That's in there for the Cardinals. 4 minutes still to play. And Otterbein in front 3-0. Nice move by Shively. And Shively was looking for Birchfield. She might have been offside. And that one will roll to the keeper's hands for Courtney Davis. This one to be played by the Cardinals. Birchfield there. Sends it to Shively down the near side. Will she get there? Chasing and keeping it in. Shively sends it towards the middle. It's deflected away. And a throw in for the Cardinals. Good hustle, though, by Alvy Shively. Clock continuing to move here. Inside the box for the Cardinals. Opportunity. The shot with the left foot is saved. Erica Meyer with the chance there. And Courtney Davis again having to come up big. How many said her name tonight?
Yeah, I mean, she's made a lot of really good saves tonight, but of course, a lot of people are going to remember the error she had in the first half where it just hit her in the and still managed to go in the goal. So, for Courtney Davis, it's all about just trying to get that out of your head and kind of, the second half like she did the first, because, outside of that, she was very good for Bluffton.
Realistically, she's made 5 saves, and you look at this game, Brendan, I think this game could more likely be 8-0.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot like the men's game we called where, only scored 2 goals on 32 shots, but you know they could have had 6, maybe 7 Bluffton men's team, and like you just said, we're seeing the same thing here tonight.
An opportunity for Erica Meyer. She goes down. Ball will be played out over the far side. The Cardinals will have a throw-in on the far side of the field. 40 minutes of left to play in the second half. And Meyer will throw it in. It's out to Milko. Milko back out to Erica Meyer. She sends it in towards the box, and Birchfield got a head on it. Ball just shot again. That one's saved by Davis. Shot from back of the net. And the Cardinals have put another one on the board. It is 4-0 here from Memorial Stadium. A great shot by Shively in the middle of the box.
Yeah, that was really good off the half volley. You saw the ball come in. It was deflected around the box. Eventually, it fell to her. It looked like just outside the area. It was low driven, but well driven, and it ended up in the back of the net.
A great shot again by Shively. And for Alvey, she had her first goal of the game, but definitely not her first of the season. She now ties her classmate Madison Birchfield for the lead goal scored on the year for this. And in total control here from Memorial Stadium. Brendan Shave alongside me, Elijah Gonzalez. The Cardinals in front 4-0. Teresa, they're pressuring. Ball on the near side. And Snyder battling there with Shively. Able to for the Beavers. It's around Shively. And that will not stay in for Beth Snyder. And it will be a throw in for the Cardinals. Looking to get it in quickly. It's the same starting lineup for Otterbein, except for a couple faces. Gigi Howard instead of Cassidy Nickel. Ball played forward for Meyer. And Teresa Dean is in instead of Alyssa Spencer with it over on the far side. Trying to keep it in and do it. Bringing it up the near side. It goes out of bounds, and it's a a corner kick for the Cardinals. Another set piece here, Brendan.
Yeah, and, you know, we've got it. Otterbein have been so good at pieces. They've got 2 goals from them, and you know they've just been really quality. You know, you think that they'd come out and maybe get another one here in the second half from a set piece. Shively
and Meyer over near the ball, but Shively going to send this one in towards the box. Hooks it in, headed in and away by Gigi Howard, who comes up in some pain. But looks to be okay. 38 minutes on the clock. Again, the Beavers, we mentioned it, Brendan, not really had many good opportunities. The one shot they had was still well outside the box. Birchfield there chasing. Gets there. She's inside the box. Left foot saved. Davis still cleared away. Great job by Birchfield there to create that opportunity.
Yeah, and another good save from Courtney Davis as well. We've did it a couple times. And Courtney Davis, she's come up huge in 1v1 opportunities between a forward and her.
Meyer in towards the box. Low cross. Birchfield left it there for Hotch. Away by the Beavers. Still not out of danger now is. And on the ground, the Cardinals will try and corral it. They will with Katie Best. Best trying to find the middle of the field, but it was taken away. Now Hotchkiss right there. Back for the Cardinals. Goes back to Ashbrook. And Katie Best. Best lets it go through for Birchfield. Birchfield was expecting Shively to go up a run on the near side, but she just was not there for the Cardinals. And a throw in to come for Bluffton as it rolls. The throw in to come for Bluffton. Teresa Dean lets that one go out of bounds off her foot. And here again come the Beavers. Throw in is long. Best there. It's off the body of a Beaver. Good play to get a foot in by Howard, and Katie Best just sends that one out of bounds. Another throw in to come for the Beavers. And we've seen the Beavers when they've worked the ball down the field. They've been very methodical, Brendan. It hasn't been many long balls forward.
Yeah, you can see Bluffton, they're just trying to play slow possession, and they're trying to just hold possession more than anything else, and that's been the struggle for them this game. They just really haven't been able to, which is why Otterbein is, they have this, the shots, they have so many more shots, and they have just a commanding lead.
Up the near side of the far, I should say, is Erica Meyer. Battling there, shielding the ball still. Towards the middle of the field, it's Dean. Dean over to Milko. Back to Meyer. She finds Katie Best, who goes near side. Bernhold, who lost it. Ball played, and Best right there to take it away. The field, Cardinals, Hotchkiss chasing, unable to get there. But Brendan, when Otterbein's back line has been tested, they passed the test.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it all game. Bluffton just been able to get anything going. Back line of Otterbein, and the three freshmen, we've talked about it a couple times as well. Three freshmen back, they're just, they're just playing so well together, and it looks like they've been playing together for more than just 5 games.
Taylor Delara loosening for the Otterbein Cardinals down behind the goal. Snyder, nice ball for, but Katie Best will let it roll out of bounds for a goal kick. And even the chances that Bluffton's had on those through balls, it just hasn't felt like they've really had great opportunities.
Yeah, and again, that's just credit to the defense, and talking about the freshmen, the quality certainly helps, but when you have this many seniors on a team, you almost have to demand quality if you're going to start, and the freshmen have shown it.
Meyer chasing. Ball to the middle of the field. Although the Cardinals a year ago had a very tough schedule that they had to play. It was no easy road for Otterbein to open the season. And one of the reasons was their opponents out of Michigan, who came in as a preseason #1. They come in here with an Alex Ancona and an injured Jillian midway through the first half. And they dominate the Cardinals from start to finish, win that 4-1. Then Albion out of Michigan comes in, another talented team from a year ago. It was a very winnable game for the Cardinals, and that went in towards the middle of the box. Headed and right into the hands of Davis. Another good head that time by Birchfield, getting her head on the ball. And the Cardinals had their 3rd straight home game, but again, against another tough opponent, and one that was ranked for the majority of the season in the Denison Big Red. And they lost that one 1-0 on an own goal that deflected off of one of their players. But then it was Ohio Wesley to pick up the win, and they went on a little bit of a roll, won that one 1-0. Then a complete, utter dominant performance with the quickest goal in school history from Erica Meyer in a 9-0 over Manchester. Then OAC play gets underway, and they start off 2-0. Cardinals with a corner here. But then the loss to Cap sparked 2 straight losses, which is going to be the stretch they open up the season with. They lost to Capital, then to Ohio Northern. Sent into the box, headed by Birchfield, still on the ground. Birchfield, Hotchkiss there. Shot by Ashbrook is well over the bar. See Natalie Ashbrook getting many chances at the net, and a little frustrated that she struck that one tonight. But those 2 games for Otterbein, looking at that OAC schedule from a year ago, are going to be 2 big ones they want to redeem themselves after losses against Capital and Ohio Northern.
Placing number 2, Holly Bernal.
Yeah, and you talk about Capital this year being, not as good as they were last year, and Ohio Northern still being one of the teams in the OAC. So, getting the win against your school rivals maybe propels them and benefits them a lot going into that next game when they come back home to play Ohio Northern. And, if you think about getting 2 wins in a row, those are 2 of the biggest ones on the schedule.
Milko with the right foot just wide. That looked darn good from up here. And Abby Milko struck that one with the right foot line.
Yeah, about 30 yards out. And
yeah.
Looked just inches away from where we were sitting.
Very close. You talk about the difference between here and this year. This one sent to Teresa Dean, heads it down. Birchfield with it now. And a through ball there to Erica Meyer, but looked like she might have been a touch offside. But that difference to go, again, we production.
I've seen some tonight as well. You're also getting quality from players that aren't seniors, players that you maybe don't expect as much out of, but they're still giving it.
Hotchkiss, one of the sophomores that a season ago as a freshman had 3 goals and an assist. Just showing you that there are, those sort of players that can contribute like that right away. And one of those players that's not playing tonight in Katie Exline, 5 games for the Cardinals. And she's had 2 goals already on the year with just 5 shots. And of the 3 shots she's had on net, 2 of them have found the back of the net. But you look at this team for Otterbein as a throw over to Teresa Dean, who will have it. Cardinals controlling over on the far side of the field, up 4-0. Meyer plays it forward, and I guess that one rolls out of bounds. But you look at the top scorer for Otterbein on the season, besides Exline, you have 4 seniors in Hotchkiss. That's near the top. Ball will go out of bounds for a corner kick. And now throw the junior Alyssa Spencer in the mix. She's got a goal on the year for the Cardinals. The corner set to come for Otterbein. And they tap it quickly. Here's Shively. Sends it in. Shot is blocked by a Beaver, and it'll go out of bounds and be a goal kick. But an ambitious try there from Alvy Shively. Had Courtney Davis caught off guard, and she's lucky her backline defender was there to make the play.
Yeah, it was definitely a good defensive play by Bluffton. And talking more about the quality of younger players, you talk about the goals that some of these players are contributing, but as well with the defense, there's two great defenders last year. You have 3 defenders starting, and they're giving up less than a goal a game, which is an impressive stat in its own.
And really the question mark for this Otterbein team is going to be the defense. Ball to the Cardinals, because really they switched formations, and Coach Coons talked with me about this a season ago, and we'll get to talk with him coming up soon on the Cardinals Sports, and that interview will be able to go out on social media as well. But we got a chance to talk with him last year, and he got the formation and went with 3 in the back. They did a few different things and tried a few different styles, but this year going with 4 in the back, and we've seen this Otterbein team be very versatile. Birchfield, who's played both up front and on the back, chasing. Courtney Davis comes out, and she'll send that one out of bounds. Very, very aggressive. You talked about the aggressiveness of Courtney, maybe almost a bit too aggressive there for the Cardinals. Quick throw into Meyer, back to Shively. That one lost, and Snyder comes away with it. But there's Milko. Here's her range. The shot, save Davis. Again, you feel like every time that ball goes to the right foot of Abby Milko, it's got a chance to go in.
Yeah, and, we were about Davis' aggressiveness. I was in the corner of my eye when the ball was sent through, and she was already on the 10-yard line, as soon as the ball was played through, she's just such a high line, and it really works for her, especially when Otterbein is just trying to play these long balls.
Ashbrook to Milko. And Otterbein likes to play those over the top balls because they do have that speed to get there. We haven't seen it tonight, able to showcase it of chipping that ball over the top of the keeper. But they do have the speed to be able to do that, as this one goes right into the hands of Andrea Paul. But we have that for the Cardinals in the past, and they've continued to do that through their time on the. But such a storied tradition here for this Otterbein team. Brandon Coons in his 18th year, those 13 OAC titles. Just a tremendous resume that he's built and a great program that he's built here at Otterbein. And again, you these freshmen, just highlighting again the incredible talent he brings in year after year. When all these seniors leave, and next year we have a lot of question marks on the team, I'm sure that experienced freshman that in will answer a majority of those questions.
And just a couple things go off that. I mean, obviously Otterbein 1-1 this season, looking to even expand on that resume, maybe get a 14th. But 3 freshmen. You talk about their evolution from freshman year to sophomore year and so on. You're going to talk about this defense getting they already are, and that's a scary sight for other in the OAC. Just because of how good they are right now.
Almost played forward and sent out. And the Cardinals, they're doing damn. They aren't playing the talent that they played a year ago. The #1 team in the country, Hope, who had a freshman from a year ago that was a freshman All-American. But they are quite making a name for themselves around the Great Lakes region. And a year ago, in the top 25 of college Division III women's soccer, before that game against Hope, they were making noise to get ranked in that top 25. And a lot of people had pegged them as a team not only could get ranked last year, but a team that could definitely crack the top 25. But then with some injuries, things happened, and they were able to do that. But Coach Coons talked about it's the next man up, and they've had that throughout his year. He said injuries will happen, but he said he feels confident in his girls that they're able to step up when one goes down, and it'll be a corner kick here for the Cardinals. But really, this Otterbein team, and with a convincing win here against Bluffton, a convincing win against Mount St. and you look the rest of the way, you got Hiram right before they play Capital. But once they move into OAC play, this one played into the box, headed down. Meyer there, shot, blocked, and it's going to stay as a corner for the Cardinals. You look, and really a lot of teams in the Ohio Athletic Conference with winning records. Some noise in the OAC, especially against Ohio Northern. They could be up there in the talks as one of the better teams in the area. This one sent in towards the box. Opportunity there. Teresa Dean. Now it's Hotchkiss, and it'll go to the Bluffton Beavers.
Yeah, and you just talk about Ohio Northern, especially, people saying how good they can be, how good they are, and Otterbein go in and find a way to win at home. Ohio Northern, that certainly gives them a chance to be ranked nationally.
And you look at this Otterbein team from a year ago. Really, this Northern team resembles that Otterbein team from a season ago. A lot of returning talent for them, and they start 5-0. Shively has it, and she's just offside. The Otterbein fans don't like it, but from up here, looked like she might have had a step on that back line. We talk about Bluffton, and both on the men's and women's side, it's rebuilding. First-year head coaches for both teams. For this Bluffton Beaver women's side, they've been outscored by their opponents early in this season, 15-0. And that's numbers you don't normally see. But, Brendan, how do you rebuild a program that really has struggled the last couple of seasons.
Well, you kind of look at the ranks and the years of some of these players, and you talk about the depth of quality and just the depth in general. Really, I mean, they only have 3 subs. You're not gonna get a lot out of your team when when you have constant players being tired and things like that. So I think it's important that this new coach try to bring in some more players, start to build that depth, and then eventually you're trying to get bigger and better players, eventually become one of the better teams. And at least for this, I think it's more about just trying to find a first goal, to be honest.
Jen Wenger, Megan Otterbein, Megan Gordon all come into the match for the Otterbein Cardinals. This one will sail out of bounds. Taylor Delaire has also been in the game for the Otterbein Cardinals here in this match. 4-0 our score. The Cardinals in front with about 20 minutes to play. And you'd expect to see a lot of subs here for Otterbein. Ashley Mead also into the game, another senior. So I believe with Mead and Delara coming in, that rounds out every senior getting playing time in the match. So all 11 have seen the Cardinals. Played up the field. Delara trying to find Mead. It'll roll out of bounds. Throw in for Otterbein here. And Delara will look to it in. Finding Wenger. Nice through ball to Emma Hausler, who's come into the game. Hausler chasing. She'll get there just outside the 18. Left foot in towards the box, and unable to chase it down was Polly Sellers before Courtney Davis comes off her line of play. But that time Davis realized that ball wasn't coming directly at her. Went right back towards that net.
Yeah, and for Otterbein, it's a lot of developmental things at this point in this game, just trying to shore up some techniques and things like that. And the ball from Emma Hausler there, not as good as I think you would want it to be. Sellers was wide open on the back post for a bit.
Ashbrook gets her foot in, and she's taken down by Bluffton. A free kick the Cardinals after Ashbrook falls down. But clearly the middle of that back line, we've seen some changes on both sides of that back line, but the middle consistent with Katie Best and Natalie Ashbrook, and for good reason. A lot of talent right there.
Yeah, and the thing with center backs is you want them to be, almost married back there. You want them to be very comfortable with each other's play style, because it comes down to it. You got to go through the middle to score goals, and it's very important to have them both there and learning each other's play styles and whatnot.
Out of bounds to be a throw in for Bluffton, so the Beavers get throw here. Snyder with it, and Katie Best straight send it away, but Best transferring from the University of Charlotte. So definitely a player with a lot of talent. And Coach Coons was very excited to have her come to this program. Well, he was recruiting her a year ago, but Natalie Ashbrook kind of taking the place of Ellie Stone, who played that center back spot a year ago as a fifth-year senior, and taking the role as the veteran on that back line. And how tough is it as a veteran to have to, again, kind of be that one sole leader? Last year they had 2, and Alex Ancona and then Natalie Ashbrook, the junior, had played majority of the games. How tough is it for Ashbrook to have to, again, kind of be the leader and veteran, the only one back there this year?
Yeah, it's certainly tough to some degree, but, again, you just look at the experience this team has, and I realize, not all seniors are the defenders, but you have so much leadership on here that I think, you're almost inspiring players to do better, and I think for her, it's certainly a team effort from the seniors to get those freshman defenders ready, and, they seem ready, obviously. The stats show that they have been sensational this year. Ball
sent out of bounds. Throw-in comes to Hausler, but she is unable to control it on the touch, and it'll roll out of bounds. Under 20 minutes. We're about to approach the 16-minute mark left in this contest. And the Cardinals in front convincingly 4-0. A miracle for Bluffton. It looks like the Cardinals will probably come away victorious in this match. And it would be a well-deserved victory for the Otterbein Cardinals, and a winning one as well. 23 shots for this Otterbein Cardinal team. We talked about the men's side and them having so many shots in that game, but this team, it's been just as good.
Yeah, the women's team have actually done better at putting these balls in the back of the net as far as the conversion shots is concerned, and they've just been very creative. They've had play in the middle, but the speed on the outside and the balls over the top have been very good for the most part. A couple times caught off sides, and those are things you work on. And overall, it's been a great performance from them. 21
players have field for the Cardinals, and now make it 23 as Taylor Wilcox along with Mandy Daniel come into the game for the Cardinals. Long shot from Wenger will just roll right into the hands of Courtney Davis. With the clock under 15 to play. Wenger sends it down. Gordon upfield to Wenger. Wenger was trying to send a through ball to Polly Sellers, but sent it a little too late. Sellers is already off behind that back line before she made contact. And Andrea Pullman back in the net. We talk about the seniors and senior leadership. Pullman her first year as a starter for the Cardinals. She did play in a couple of games, last year.
Number 11.
But sat behind Dana Strimbo, who is a long leader for this Otterbein team in net. And now getting her turn. And even though as a senior, this is her first year, she's looked very solid. It hasn't had to do much tonight, but in those past few games for the Cardinals, she's looked very solid in net.
Yeah, going into this game, she had 18 on the season, and she's maybe added a little bit more here.
She's added 2. She's up to 20 now. And back to Megan Gordon. Gordon with a lot of room, sending it in towards the box, bends it into Sellers, and she headed it, but Courtney Davis able to corral it. And Sellers, that time, not a ton of height. You think if Birchfield was right there, she might have had a little bit of a better chance up in the air, but Birchfield obviously this game, but Sellers just was unable to get to that ball. It looked like she didn't hit it right at the point as it was coming down. And that ball might have been just a little bit far from Megan Gordon. Wilcox, it goes off her foot. And with the clock under 13 minutes, Otterbein in front 4-0. And trying to close this one down against the Beavers of Bluffton, who tonight have totaled 2 shots. On the season, they've totaled just 25. Wenger off her foot. Beavers corral it. Near side. Ball played back and out of bounds. Be a throw in line here. Daniel throws it in. Who battles here. Gordon lost it. Got it back. Still loose, and that one will roll out of bounds. And a come for the Beavers. Taylor Dolera out of the game in place of Mandy Daniel. Daniel taking it up the field here. Makes a move towards the middle of the field. Through ball to Sellers, bit too far. Good try there by Daniel, however, as she made a move all the way from the back line. Ashbrook and Kate, the only 2 that have yet to see the bench in this match for Otterbein. Everybody else has taken a seat at one point or another. Ashley Mead plays it forward. Gordon, the touch was a bit too far out in front of her. And taken by the Beavers. Out of bounds, a throw-in for the Cardinals. And the throw-in comes, but a substitution comes as Bernhold will come in. And out comes here Natalie Ashbrook. So she comes out.
The guards replacing number 4, Natalie Ashbrook.
Throw-in comes from Mandy Daniel. Ball to the field to Wenger. Finds Otterbein, but that one corralled away by the Beavers. Ashley Mead, it rolls out of bounds past her. And they're going to say handball goes against the Beavers, picking it up a bit too early before it rolled out of bounds. What he would call a veteran on the back line in the coming years. Best having played every minute so far for the Cardinals. Ball thrown in and off of one of the Bluffton players.
And of course the girl who replaced Natalie Ashbrook was Holly Bernhold, who a freshman, and she started this game at the outside back, but she's now slid into a little more central position, maybe something he just wants to see as far as a depth thing that you were talking about before. And, you know, seeing what the future holds for a player like her, if she can slide into the central position or if she's, you know, more of a wing back.
Well, you look at the back line, and besides the sophomore Mandy Daniel, you got 3 freshmen again on the back line. Substitutions to come. Hausler is out, and Ashley Mead is out. And in comes number 10, Katie Exline, into the game.
Another freshman at that as well.
Another freshman. Excellent. A freshman that has produced for the Cardinals and chalked this up as her 6th game that she'll have played in.
Number 10, Katie Exline, and number 15, Megan Losey.
Megan Losey also got a goal tonight. Wilcox setting it 4.
Bluffton substitution number 4.
Wenger to Gordon, back to Wenger. Plays it near side. She'll take the long shot, and Davis corrals it. Ball still loose. X-line was going to be right there if Davis was holding on to it. And that seems to be the MO of this Cardinal team, Brendan, is find the ball on the net and see if the keeper can make the save.
Yeah, they've had a lot of chances tonight from outside the box, and they're certainly not scared from just about anywhere, and we've seen it multiple times in this game. You know, if something, you know, if the player wants it, she's not, you know, she's very willing to just turn and shoot.
Megan Gordon touches it over. Back to Gordon and go. Gordon through ball. It's going to be far. Rolls out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Bluffton. Cardinals allowing less than a goal a game, Brendan, and we continue to see that from an Otterbein Brandon Kuhn's coach team. Wilcox plays it to Gordon. Ball there at the foot. And that one is going to roll into the hands of Davis with 6:15 to go. Cardinals have to travel to Mount St. Joseph. That contest for Otterbein. This one still being battled for over on the far side, and the Cards come away with it. Touched by X-Line a bit too far, but she's able to corral it. Long shot is wide of the net. They played Mount St. Joseph a year ago, won that one by a final of 2-1. And it was, well, Madison Birchfield and Haley that put balls in the back of the net for the Cardinals. Birchfield off a header. Hotchkiss from an assist from Erica Meyer. Ball near side. Snyder battling there with Otterbein. She takes it away and goes back to Best. Middle of the field, Megan Gordon. Near side, it's Daniel. Finds Gordon, but it's too far. Huff, that one knocked off of Lozzi. It's sent out of bounds. Another throw in to come for the Beavers. The Cardinals here with yet another throw in. Clock in a tick. Wenger. Lozzi. Back to Wenger. Katie Best got that one taken away. Mandy Daniel was right there. Megan Gordon. Challenge came from the Cardinals, and it goes out of bounds off the Beavers. Daniel fires it to Wenger. Goes out of bounds again. Another throw in to come. It's a quick one for the Cardinals. X-line there, and now she's able to deflect it forward. Roll for a goal kick for the Beavers. And the Beavers will send this one away. Lozzi. Gordon plays it forward to X-line. X-line. Footwork. Long shot with the right foot, just wide. And again, Katie X-line trying to make something happen there. With 7 to go.
Yeah, and you kind of talk about the OAC standings right now, and only 3 teams out of 10 in the OAC 500 in this out-of-conference play, and you know it's going to be a skirmish in the OAC this year for women's soccer, and obviously Ohio Northern with the biggest target on their back, currently 5-0. Baldwin Wallace, to be fair though, has 5 wins to their name as well, and they've played 2 more than Otterbein.
The Cardinals, though, as this long shot by Otterbein is corralled in net by Davis, but the Cardinals have come with a lot of preparation, having played now before OAC play starts 9 games out of 6. And then they'll take at Capitol on October 1st, but we will not be there for all the action because we'll be right here on October 1st. As Brendan might know, we play a team from Bexley coming to town in football. The Cardinals will play the Capitol Raiders right here for homecoming. The first time the Capitol has been the homecoming game in at least 5 seasons for Otterbein. It's been a while since the Crusaders have come for a game. It's been rare, mostly due to the fact that, well, all the homecoming festivities, you don't want them to take away from the rivalry and kind of work the attendance, but this year they've decided to make that the homecoming game. This one will go wide of the net with a minute left to play in this contest. And then the men's team will play right after
1 minute.
the football game concludes. That game will start at 7. We'll send this one away. And we're going to get a foul here on a Cardinal. We're going to have a stoppage in the clock with 41.7.
Yeah, and just looking at it from a capital perspective, of course, you know, season has certainly not gone the way that they wanted to, starting 1-4, and you know, Capital would love nothing more than to play an Otterbein team that has a really good record and get a win. So, you know, Capital game, you know, always important, and you know that's true for all rivals, I'd say.
This one long field and over the bar. A long shot that didn't look too far off target, but clock ticking under 30. And let me tell you, Brendan, this Otterbein women's soccer team remembers what a year ago. A game that they were in control of, had a lead point, and then Capital it away in the latter part of that game. Played forward. It's X-line chasing. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals. Losey will throw it in.
3, 2.
Daniel, long shot with the left foot. It's wide, doesn't matter. The Cardinals, they get the clean sheet. They win it 4-0 over the Bluffton Beavers. Brendan, a tremendous performance by this Otterbein women's soccer team, but very much expected in this match.
Yeah, definitely expected result for Otterbein. They came in as a superior team in this, you know, in every stat, and even the record showed it. And yeah, no surprises here on my end tonight. 4-0 defeat, obviously, for Bluffton by the Cardinals.
All right, well, let's get you the final numbers here from Memorial Stadium. Courtney Davis with 11 saves for the Bluffton Beavers, but she did give up 4 goals in her 90 minutes. For the Bluffton Beavers, they totaled just 4 shots. Foster Wheeler with 1, Brittany Huff with 1, and Skylar Liming with 1, along with Abby Karakis with 1 shot as well for the Beavers. And those were your final numbers individually for the Bluffton Beavers. For the Otterbein Cardinals, Andrea Pullman, she just had to make 2 saves in the net for the Otterbein Cardinals. And then Otterbein had a slew of girls that had shots on net tonight. Abby Milko with 2. Erica Meyer with, Abby Milko with 4. Erica Meyer with 3. Madison Birchfield with 4. Alyssa Spencer had 4. Alvy Shively had 4 in the contest for the Otterbein Cardinals. And then also totaling shots were Natalie Ashbrook with 1, Katie Exline with 1, Mandy Daniel had 1, along with Megan Losey, who had 1, Jen Wenger had 1, Haley Hotchkiss with 2, and Haley Hott with 1. The goals came by way of Megan Losey, along with Madison Birchfield, Alvy Shively, and Alyssa Spencer, totaling goals. Shively and Birchfield leading the team with 3 goals on the season for the Otterbein Cardinals. 2 assists that came by way of Alvy Shively, and 1 coming off the foot of Erica Meyer. Well, that will do it for our coverage of Otterbein women's soccer right here on Otterbein TV. Again, our next broadcast will come on Saturday as the Cardinals will take on the Ohio Northern Polar Bears here from Memorial Stadium in football. The Otterbein Cardinals getting their home opener right here at Memorial Stadium. Once again, the final score, the Otterbein Cardinals 4, the Bluffton Beavers 0. For the man to my right, Brendan Chave, I'm Elijah Gonzalez saying so long. Have a good night, everybody.